Should I be watching it on Twitch?
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate from Sora Limited. We'll be using today's showcase to give you a first look at our next DLC fighter. Actually, hardly anyone knows what we'll be announcing today, even among Nintendo staff worldwide.
Interesting.
The development team and other stakeholders have been working on this fighter with the utmost secrecy, which means other Nintendo staff around the globe will only start making preparations for release after the showcase has been broadcast.
Okay.
So it won't be available right away. Please understand that it will take a little time.
It's Sakurai himself.
I think even many Nintendo employees will be surprised to see this and say, wow, really?
All those haters out there.
Let's all share in the fun of getting our hands on the latest information.
Imagine it was Sakurai.
Imagine if it's
However,
Goku.
even
It would
if
be,
you say,
imagine.
that's not the character I was picturing, I hope you don't have any hard feelings. We've prepared a fighter reveal video. Once it starts, I think you'll figure out who it is pretty quickly.
Okay.
Now, let's do this.
I think it's Gino. I think it's Gino. But I think it's going to be a 64 style trailer. And it's going to be all the toys fighting and Gino's going to jump in. This is Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
They did it! They fucking did it! They fucking did it, the Badlands! No, please don't be Byleth. Please don't be Byleth. Be Edelgard or Hilda.
I don't know how far you're in, so I'm not...
People are gonna be so mad! People are gonna be so mad! Oh. Not Byleth, please. I don't want another sword user.
What were you thinking, charging
So
right into an enemy's
Fire
trap?
Emblem fan, so
If you and I are one, I too
you're
am trapped
watching
within this
in relation
void.
to also what
In
I'm
time,
watching.
our hearts
Yeah.
and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared
People
to
are gonna
die?
be so mad. People are gonna be so mad. I don't want Byleth, but I want a Fire Emblem
thought as
character.
much.
No.
I also do not wish to die,
Yeah, it is.
and yet
Yeah, it is. It is.
there is no other choice.
I'm on the...
Spider.
You must join Smash.
God fucking no! No!
Join Smash
I think I'm
Brothers
slightly ahead of
already.
you.
What in the world are you waiting for?
No, I don't want Byleth.
What's his
Oh, that's cool though.
what's his fighting?
So joining Smash
It looks the same
consumes
to
even the
me. Oh,
darkness
he's got some rage.
I was gonna say, don't tell. That stage! The stage! Oh my god, they're in the background! Oh, I'm so sad it's Byleth. Come on, Hilda! I was gonna say, don't tell me who any characters are in case they reveal anything else and stuff.
Oh.
So you return. Better than expected.
He got
See?
fucking wrecked!
Too many swordsmen are there? And you wield the sword as well?
Too many
What will you do?
They
Change
fucking
it
took
to
a
a
dig at themselves, didn't they?
So
Yeah.
that is how you plan to win the day?
Yo, we...
So be it. I reward your
Ooh,
cleverness
what's
this
this?
time.
What's this?
I think you're a bit ahead, so don't tell me. Wait,
am.
what? No.
How is this?
Recruits Byleth. She uses... Does she use all three weapons? I was gonna... I just saw the bit where she's flying.
Yeah.
Of anyone?
What-
That's
what's
cool.
the
Handle
actual
the
game
hero's
mechanics
relics.
right now?
That's
I can't
sick.
think.
I like that.
With arid fire, strike with superior
You know
reach.
what?
Use Amir's overwhelming power.
Oh.
Unleash the blinding speed
That's
of
really
Byleth.
cool.
Okay. I like the new scene they
Along
have,
with
the
the
new
sword
arenas.
of creator. Each weapon matches a direction.
Oh, okay. Yo, female Byleth is just like... top tier. Look at the ice climbers go.
Your will and mine be now as one.
What's it?
You know what? That wasn't too bad. I'm glad they realized that, like, there's another sword character who does the same thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Show the world.
Sophis in the final smash looks sick.
Sakurai's putting up posters.
See, I'm not mad. I feel like it's a kind of... I don't know. I'm not mad, but like at the same time, I really wish it wasn't a sword fight. Okay, you're slightly ahead of me, so don't tell me what's happening. Yeah, he just looked at the camera.
There you have it. Byleth from Fire Emblem Three Houses is joining
Ah,
the
so
battle.
so many people are gonna be so mad.
Fire Emblem Three
People
Houses
have
was
put F's
released
and
just
Boo's and
last
shout
summer,
out Twitch,
so it's
by the
still
Yeah,
very
that sounds
new.
about right.
Even so, you'll soon be able to play as them in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This release is planned for January 28th. You'll have instant access if you have the Super Smash Bros.
January
Ultimate
28th,
Fighters
alright.
Pass, and it will also be available for purchase individually. In case you're not familiar with Fire Emblem or Three Houses, I'll explain a few things, so don't worry. First off, what is Fire Emblem? It's really hard to pronounce in Japanese. The producer said it's okay if I just say Fire Emblem. But when writing it, if you don't write Fire Emblem, the Fire Emblem police will come and get you, so please be careful. The series' first entry launched in Japan on the Famicom in 1990. You could say it was a pioneer in the genre
I feel like
of
it's better from
tactical
here.
role-playing games. You might be wondering what
You
makes
are?
it particularly tactical. Well, it's tactical in that it simulates combat.
The thing is, I like
As
this
moving pieces in a board
because
game.
like a lot of people who play Smash don't like Fire Emblem because there's a lot of Fire Emblem characters in there.
Yeah.
So I kind of like how they're explaining the series.
When we talk about
And stuff
tactical
with
games
this.
of that era, there were lots of ones in which you command tanks, aircrafts, and so on. But Fire Emblem was unique because each unit was a specific character, sort of like in role-playing games.
I do think though that like this, because with the second pass, I feel like they should have ended it with a really
Plus,
cool third-party character
something
for the
that would
first
stand out
pass,
from other Nintendo products.
and then like had Byleth as like the free character for the
Characters
next
will
one
permanently die.
or something.
Maybe they have something
That's
else in
pretty
store.
direct language, though. So perhaps we should just say that.
I feel like they're releasing another character because I know people will be mad at just releasing Byleth.
But really, if a character fell in battle, you'd lose that unit. They'd be gone, and you couldn't use them again. Recent entries in the series maintain
do
this
you hate,
concept of
Byleth?
permadeath to some degree. In
I don't
classic
hate
role-playing.
Byleth, I just
But a lot of
wanted
games
a
now
different...
allow
Because the
strategic
thing with Fire
withdrawals,
Emblem
so to
is there's
speak.
so many different types of characters, right? And you'll have different
In the older
weapons,
games, your
but they
units
keep
would really
adding
be gone.
sword Fire
Never
Emblem
be mentioned
characters,
again.
which is just literally
Yeah, I
one
mean,
weapon
I'm
type.
glad they knew, so they took
The
a dig
game's
at
stories
themselves,
are told
innit?
like
Yeah.
chronicles of war.
Like, I wanted one of the
Distinct
other
characters
three
with
lords from
rosy
Fire
similarities.
Emblem Three Houses because they would have been more unique, I think, if they just straight up used a bow, straight up used an
Several
axe, or
characters
straight up
also
used a
from the Super
lance.
Smash Bros. Series, and 6 of the 7 can use a counterattack. It's their down special. There's actually a reason for this. When I was considering how to incorporate Fire Emblem fighters into Super Smash
know how to
Bros.
play
Melee,
Fire
I
Emblem
thought
Three
it might
Houses
be
because of
interesting
this
to reflect the
expansion, Bob.
turn-based
Are you
nature
learning?
of the original game.
Okay.
First comes your opponent's turn.
Are you learning
They
how to
attack
play the
and
game
you
you've
counter.
already completed?
Next,
Yeah, exactly.
I just hear you on the side. Oh, so that's
and
how you
now,
play
Fire
Three
Emblem
Houses.
is the 17th game in the series.
Basically.
People who aren't Japanese in particular might be thinking.
No wonder
17
everyone
games?
knows
There are that
died.
many?
Oh.
Well, if you include Fire Emblem Heroes in the remakes, but you don't include the Satellaview game, Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, and Fire Emblem Warriors, then it comes out to 17 games. Let's try saying them in the Fire Emblem Can You Say It challenge.
There's so many games.
I'll give it a try.
I thought he was gonna fucking start the camera for a second, man.
Yeah, he's just talking about the games for me at the moment.
Yeah, I know.
I really want to play more Fire Emblem games.
There you go, 17.
Oh, that's why you did the free, because Three Houses, bro!
So you saw how I was counting in a weird way, right? I was counting in binary. This is 0. Fold this here and you get 1, and then you get 2. Then 2 plus 1 equals 3. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then you get 16. Add 1 and you get 17.
That's
Awesome,
what.
isn't it?
He was kind of. No one would have guessed that.
You can actually count
I
up
mean,
to
people.
31
I
in
mean,
one
I'm
hand.
sure some people would have. I didn't. Like,
No, no one would have guessed he's counting in binary and it's Fire Emblem.
Yeah, people who can or do would guess.
See, some people could have guessed Three Houses from the
If you've
number
given up
3,
counting the knots in a tatami
but like no one
people
would have
always
guessed
give it a go.
Fire Emblem 17 counting in binary.
What is
You
Fire
never know,
Emblem
Bob.
Three
You
Houses?
never know.
In Japanese, the male version of the main character is called Bereto and the female version is called Beresu, but in English they share the same name, Byleth. Byleth becomes a professor who ends up leading one of 3 academic houses. Once you've chosen a house,
I can't
you
believe
guide
it's
them through their
Byleth.
school life, and well, you end up fighting the other houses. After a certain
Hilda!
incident,
I love
5
Hilda.
years pass, and you meet up with your grown-up students to battle against the other houses in their regions. It's a very sad game in which your former allies
put it in
become
for this?
enemies, turn hostile.
Has what been in
and
the
try to
background?
kill you.
The plant. Has it been in all of the shots?
To
I
understand
don't-
the concept of Fire Emblem 3
All of
houses,
the,
I played an early version of the game before its
Maybe every
release.
single like Smash Direct he's done.
I
on
don't know,
Nintendo.
to be
I've done the
honest.
same thing before with The
Was that
Legend of
like
Zelda Breath of the
a
Wild,
news
for
plan? Oh, the
example.
old one died. Let's get new one.
Because I
going.
couldn't wait until launch to experience it, or we'd have never made it in time.
Why not?
For that title, I borrowed an early version of the game for 2 days, ran around all the areas, saw the ending, and realized for the first time, I guess we can't really have Breath of the Wild's Princess Zelda as a fighter.
First.
I did the same this time, but with there being 3 houses and multiple endings, it was really hard to get a feel for it. And of
There's
course,
so
there
many
weren't any
F's and
walkthroughs
stuff.
like
Like, people really don't like what's happening right now.
Yeah, I know.
People really don't like.
The game has multiple routes, and the outcome of each is very different.
Byleth was an awkward choice, I think.
Your experience will vary depending on the route you choose, and many of the characters you meet will
The thing with
adopt different
Byleth
roles
is
in
that,
story.
like,
I'll
he,
try to
he
avoid
did,
spoilers when I'm talking about the fighter. I hope you'll understand.
like, the thing is with Byleth, like, he,
Before my demonstration,
People
I
who
should
don't
point
like
out that
Fire
when I did
Emblem,
the Terry Bogard showcase
um,
I mentioned
people who
that
don't
it was
like Fire
recorded a
Emblem
month
won't like the
in advance.
character. The people who
But
like
this
Fire
time,
Emblem
we have to
want
account for
someone who
holiday
doesn't use a
season,
sword.
So we're filming 2
Yeah,
months
I
in
get you.
advance.
So it's
So,
kind of
like-
like
release. Right now,
there's
it's
no
actually
one likes
November.
Byleth at the moment.
Therefore,
s-
some of what I'm about to show you might differ a bit from the finished version.
Challenge Pack 5. Byleth is
As
having
always,
this
I'm using a special
Okay, never
in-game
mind, I'm
camera
just
and
talking
such
about-
for demonstration
They're
purposes.
talking
Okay.
about the mechanics now. I just want to watch this real quick.
Here I go.
Yeah, I'm a bit behind, remember. Can't believe it.
So, this is our new fighter, Byleth. Sadly, they're lacking in mobility. It's maybe a bit better
Okay.
than Robin's, but that's about all you can say for them. Throws are not their strong point either. Their grab lacks range. But actually, you could say that they're distance demon.
I know.
The hero's relic they use changes depending on the direction you input with the stick. Each of the hero's relics is a weapon that appears in Fire Emblem
I
3
like that.
houses. They look like bones, and there's a reason for that. First, let's talk about the weapon Byleth uses for upward inputs, the Sword of the Creator. The Sword of the Creator here is Byleth's default weapon. They use it
Okay.
for flurry attacks and tilt attacks, such as down tilt attacks, where it takes the form of a whip. They also
I like
use
the
the sword
new,
for dash attacks and other moves.
arena. It's nice.
The stage is nice. It's what I thought it'd be
For their
if we got a
up
new
smash
Fire Emblem
attack.
character.
They'll whip the sword upward to launch enemies in the air. For their up air
Oh, you
attack,
can stab people.
they'll wave the whip sword overhead. The hit detection for this attack lasts for a relatively long time. The up special move is really something. The sword extends like this, allowing you to do things like
Jeez,
this.
Sakurai.
Oh, that's sick.
It was pretty terrifying.
The up B's
how I knocked
sick.
him into the air with that attack. And in addition,
Is that
Ooh! I
say
don't
it's
you
know.
can do awful things like this.
Or do you have to be
Oh.
pretty accurate with it?
That
It might be
said, you'll launch
semi-homing.
opponents upward until their damage reaches a certain percentage.
I think it's semi, yeah. Okay.
Exceed that percentage and you'll need to be careful. You may find it helpful to mid-air dodge. I've already shown this, but you can also use it to latch onto edges.
Alright.
So that's the up special. Now for the sideways inputs. This is Erdvar, the same name as the weapon from Celtic mythology.
Oh, okay.
First, we'll go through the forward and back air attacks. As you can see, they have a long reach. Like so.
You got the extra range.
Marth's air attack keeps opponents in check too, right?
Oh, he's gonna have like that.
If Byleth does the
really
same
long.
thing, you'd win out, so you should be able to beat it.
Alright.
Next, the side smash attack. This also has a long range. It'll connect even from here.
Ooh.
Also, if you add an upward tilt, it will be
Ooh.
stronger.
That's cool.
Okay,
And if you've knocked an opponent down, the side attack won't hit unless you add a downward tilt to aim for them. By the way, the tip of the lance is more powerful.
Okay.
The shaft part is weaker,
Ah, he said shaft.
so it's not suited for close combat.
For fuck's sake.
It
I'm such a
won't deal much
child.
damage, and it won't launch opponents far. That's why, as a rule, you want to hit with the blade part aimed upward. Or downward in this case.
Alright.
Next, the side specialty.
I like Byleth's attacks actually.
Byleth will simply swing the lance like
See,
this.
I like it. I
but
just.
again, it has excellent reach.
I think they
For example,
work
even when
with
your
the way I
opponent is at this
fire,
distance,
so
it'll still hit.
They made it work, but I'm still not a fan. Like, I'm kind of like, ah, yeah, we got a fire and 3 houses right, but at the same
Actually,
time,
you
it's
can
like,
do smash attack and charge forward a little,
ooh.
like this.
I think right now
But
I'm
as you'd
preferring.
expect, it
I
can
mean,
be easily
Byleth is a
shielded,
page
so
for
be
DLC,
careful.
which is kind of annoying. But I think in terms of the Fire Emblem characters, such as Roy and
Use it in
everyone,
midair and
Byleth
you'll
I'm
carve up
enjoying
a
more.
large area.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone else is the
Returning
same,
to the
bro.
side air attacks from
Yeah, I
earlier,
get you.
They have great horizontal reach, but they lack verticality. So this complements it well. Although you'll be vulnerable when you land. Now, for the downward inputs. For these, Byleth will use an axe called Emir. It's named after a weapon that appears in Ugaritic myth.
We better get some
First,
really hype
down
music
air.
for this pass,
How
so.
do you get
It really is
the
strong.
axe out? Because I missed that part.
It's down attacks.
You can try for a meteor effect with this
Ooh.
Oh,
attack.
it's just down attacks.
Yeah.
Next is the down smash attack.
Oh.
A heavy swing of the axe back and forth. As you can see, it has a great deal of launch power.
Alright.
And for the down special,
This Falcon Punch
Byleth
not have
channels
super
all their
armor.
energy into a devastating strike.
I thought it
It's a
did.
bold move, similar to the Falcon Punch, but here's what makes it different.
Well, I love all the
When ready
music
to
in the
move, there's a
trailer,
super
and I'm
armor,
hoping we get it.
Ooh.
Ooh, super armor. Yeah, super armor at the
which
start
allows
of the
you to
move.
withstand an attack. Just so you know, if you execute a Falcon Punch at
Oh,
about
but
the
you can
same
get
time,
ground.
Oh shit, that's
like
it.
this.
He beats
It's
out
a bit
Falcon
slower than
Punch.
the Falcon Punch,
Yeah,
but
bro,
due
I'm
to the
ahead of
super
you,
armor
remember?
effect,
Yeah,
you
no.
have the advantage,
Just remember to be careful what you say.
unless you get grabbed.
You what?
I said remember to be careful what you say,
Another
because
notable
obviously,
aspect
like,
is that
I
it
won't
lets you
know.
pass
Oh, yeah.
through platforms.
Ooh.
I've been careful so far. okay?
While you're
You
charging
have.
up, you can breeze past
I'm just making
platforms
sure,
like
just
this
in case
to
we get
reach
like
lower
another
area.
character.
Oh, Waluigi's in it.
It won't let you jump, but you could use it as a surprise attack.
Pops out,
Also, you can turn around during the move.
I don't know. I feel like
The swing takes a while,
I wanna
so
buy.
if an opponent
I
runs
wanna
behind
play
you during the move, you can
Yeah.
quickly change
you know,
direction.
whichever character I go with, mainly to her.
Even though it can
Yeah, I'll
be
go with.
hard to
I'll
land
only play the
with this
female
move,
character.
It can be really effective when used
I'm a
against a
Ludi.
group of opponents.
Little bitch.
Oh.
Plus, even if you fail to land a direct hit, any opponents on the ground nearby will still be launched a little.
Okay.
It's as if the quaking of the ground launches them.
Oh right, yeah, the counters.
I'm
By
not.
the way,
See, that's what I mean. You
earlier
just said the
I
counters, and I
about
don't
the
know.
other Fire
Oh
Emblem
yeah,
characters'
sorry.
moves. I don't recommend using this down special against fighters from the Fire
Sorry, I
Emblem
literally
series,
forgot.
because you'll
I
just get
literally
loads of
forgot.
counters.
Yeah.
It hits with that much power in a single attack. Counters
Oh, you got
can actually
bodies.
multiply the power of blocked attacks, and using easily anticipated attacks like this.
Oh, he
will
literally
get you
one-shots with
counter
counter.
after counter.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, my bad.
Next, we have the neutral moves. The bow you use is called Fail Not, which
Oh, I
shares
like
its
Fail
name
Not.
with the bow from the Knights of the Round Table.
Oh, I didn't
It
know
only
that.
appears in a few neutral moves. You've got the neutral air attack. This attack
Ooh,
is
that's
similar
cool.
to a move of Pit's and other fighters like him. It lets you spin the weapon around. It's also easy to create certain combos with it.
See,
With
I
the
think it
neutral
would be
special,
cool if you could play as all the other lords, but it wouldn't make sense.
It
But I'd
seems
love
pretty
to be able to play
straightforward,
as them still.
What'd you
But
say?
there are a few noteworthy
I think it would be cool
aspects
to play
this
as the
bow.
other lords that have the weapons, but I don't think you'd be able
First,
to.
the biggest difference
Yeah.
between this bow and Link's is that once you enter the command, you can keep charging until it's ready.
Oh.
You can't release it partway
I think
through the
what's good
charge,
about,
so when it does fire, the arrow travels at high speed. It's also very
the fact that a
powerful.
lot, well,
That
all the
said,
Fire Emblem
you can still
characters,
cancel
if
out
not,
of the stance
well,
using
apart
the
from
shield
like,
button.
you can dash and stuff.
You can
Yeah.
also change
They're not really
direction while in the
ranged, so
stance.
if you're playing against Link, you can just
It worked up
spam
until
shit
this point,
and just
but-
or
Oh,
Fox, or you know, anyone from
Keep
Star,
holding the button.
Star Fox.
You'll
I get it.
unleash
It's just annoying to play.
Oh, that was
a
sick.
that looks like a beam of light.
The late one.
You can perform this move by keeping the button held down.
That
You
was
charge
sick.
up power like so. Charge a bit more, and then fire.
That is
But again,
29.
You'll need to take care when using this move. For one, when you've powered up the move to its max, there's no way to cancel out of it. Not even with the shield button. In other words,
Alright.
you're committed to firing it. So you see, a situation like this is pretty terrible.
Yeah, makes sense.
Once you've entered the stance, you won't be able to do anything.
Alright.
Which means it's quite the risky attack to use against fighters who have a move with a reflector effect. But
So
you
he's
could
bad
always
against
just
counter
aim into
heroes,
the fray,
basically.
as it is, after all, a long-range move, letting you deal a sudden blow to opponents. So you need to think carefully when using this projectile weapon.
Okay.
Byleth's final smash is called Progenitor God Ruptured Heaven. In the original
Ruptured
game,
Heaven.
there's a move called Ruptured Heaven. This is an
Okay, I'm
enhanced
about to see
version.
it. I love Sophis appearing in the background. That's sick. Okay, that's really cool. I like that.
As you can see, you team up with the mysterious Sophis and launch an attack together.
I'd honestly rather play as Sophis. I'm not gonna lie. That would have been cool.
Oh,
Now, let's talk
that's
about the color
cool.
variations.
Okay.
It's set up so that the
know
default
what you were
and
talking about
odd-numbered
before?
color variations are male, while the even-numbered
give me a
ones
minute.
are female. However, the third, fourth,
Ah.
and fifth colors are, as you
Did you
can
see?
see, reminiscent
Yeah,
of
but it makes you
And
sad
there's
it's not
something else
actually.
after that as
Those of
well.
you who played the original game will,
Why-
of course, understand
alright.
what I'm referring to. The sixth color
Okay,
is
that's
based
cool.
on Sophis.
And then there's something else after that.
I'll see it in a
The
minute.
seventh and eighth variations have a different hair color, which
Okay.
is based on something that occurs in the course of
You're
the
talking about the
original game's
stages,
story. Didn't we see this variation in the final smash?
I'm like, I have mixed feelings. But I was very happy it had like the colours, but at the same time I kind of wish it was actually them.
Next, I'll introduce the stage. For this one, we of course tried to recreate the place where you spend most of the game, Garreg Mach Monastery.
Yeah, I figured it'd be Garrick Mark. I thought it'd be either
This is
Garrick
how
Mark or
Garreg
one of the
Mach
fields.
Monastery is laid out in the original game. From these, we chose to have it cycle through the marketplace, reception hall,
Okay.
bridge,
Oh,
and cathedral. All in
Interesting
one
that was the
stage.
the bridge. Yeah, makes sense actually.
It's the type of stage that rotates through different areas, such as these four.
All right.
Let me introduce each of the guests that appear in these four areas.
I love how Hilda's in it. I
first
like how
area is
Hilda's in
the
the background.
I think
As
this
much
is
as I
where a
wanna
lot of
play as
people
her,
come to do
still.
shopping. The guests that appear here are students of the Blue Lion's house, Dimitri, Dedu, and Ingrid. Not Dimitri, Dudu, or Ingrid.
Doo-doo! He said
Their
doo-doo!
names are a bit difficult to say. They're largely from the Holy Kingdom of Fargus. Since it's a kingdom, that means they have a monarchy. For that reason,
Alright.
I guess you could say Dimitri's the future king. He had quite a difficult life and may or may not end up with just one eye. He's an
May or
unfortunate
may
one,
not.
that one.
May or may not end up with one eye.
There are
Okay.
vendors on either side. In the original game, these are important booths where you buy all sorts of things.
Now you can break the vendors. That's cool.
Here you can break them. You see.
He's just like, you can buy all sorts
you
of
do
important
break them.
things, but here you can break them.
The stage will expand to the left and right.
I was actually kind of
I
funny.
wonder where people will buy their supplies now. And in the background, you can see the
Gatekeeper
gatekeeper.
Chan! Yay!
You often pass through this area
Everyone
and
loves
enter
the
the
gatekeeper.
houses, and you end up talking to them a lot.
Yeah, everyone's happy about the
These areas
gatekeeper.
is possible
Yeah, about
because of this
Gatekeeper.
mysterious
Imagine
platform.
Gatekeeper was a
Just when it
character.
seems
Oh my
just
god, that'd be great.
Gatekeeper.
That's really cool.
You'll come crashing back down. We've broken through the ceiling and slammed into the building.
You like your magical platform.
And
I
the
do
guests
like
in
the
the
magic
reception
platform.
hall are Edelgard, Dorothea, and Petra of the Black Eagles. Take
Hey,
note,
look
it's
at
not
Dorothea.
spelled Edelgard. They're from the
The
Adressian
Gatekeeper
Empire.
is also here.
And as
I like
such,
that.
they embrace their military.
Wait, is the gatekeeper in here as well? Please
no,
tell
no,
me
he's not.
Oh.
I don't
Vanguard
think
is
he
one of the
is,
characters who is central to the
But
conflict.
imagine, right? It's just everywhere.
that would be amazing.
Depending on
I'd
the path
love
you
that.
take, she'll go through some terrible ordeals.
And if you look closely, the gatekeeper's just in that corner, right there.
You'll notice there are prominent
What did I miss?
chandeliers above the
Byleth's
stage.
in Smash.
It's possible to knock them down. However, Byleth can't actually reach it, even though it's their stage.
Oh, okay.
You can reach it with other fighters, though.
Oh, not much else.
So, it's
Other
nice
than
if
them
you can
talking
work
about the
your way
character.
up
He
there
gets
by
all the
getting
weapons, which is
being
cool.
launched up, or perhaps by using another fighter as a stepping stone.
Ooh.
There we go. I made
So
it.
you can use the
And
lance,
you
the
can knock it
axe,
down.
and the bow.
Also,
the
you can
sword.
break this table.
And the sword, yeah. You also, you can break this table! Why does he like destroying shit?
In the Suzaki Castle
fun.
stage, it can break if you launch the.
Yeah,
opponent
honestly,
into
I'm
full
not
strength.
even... I love Fire Emblem, and even I'm just like...
Next up, the bridge. The camera rotates 90 degrees, creating this long area.
Ooh.
It's very wide indeed.
Oh. Yo, Hilda, best girl! Look at her!
Got pink hair.
It's
Yeah,
similar
I
to
like
the bridge
pink
of
hair.
Elden stage.
What happens if the guy had pink
The
hair?
guests are from the Golden Deer.
Wait, no.
Claude, Hilda, and
And
Lauren.
he had
Hilda.
They belong to the Leicester Alliance.
Jesus Christ. Look at Hilda! I love
Because it's
her.
an alliance of many noble families,
No, I just
you
want the
could say that
gatekeeper
they
to
have a
do that.
wide
I wanted
assortment
to take
of
the
members.
piss and just put gatekeeper
Claude
just
is the sharpest
everywhere,
of the
just for no reason. But it's funny.
Incidentally,
Yeah.
both Claude and Hilda are the names of characters that appear in Genealogy of the Holy War, the fourth
Is it?
title in the Fire Emblem
The
series.
Pegasus gatekeeper.
I guess once you've reached the 17th game
Pegasus
and are
Gate.
creating 40 characters for each new entry, you're bound to get a bit of name overlap. The naming process must be
Oh
tough.
wait.
Hey,
what
it
map
looks like
was
the
it that the
Pegasus
bridge
Knight is busy
broke?
training.
Because I think that would be a really good idea.
Bridge of Elden.
As for the
Yeah.
bridge's design, it's just a long pathway, plain and simple. You can
I think it's
expect
just 'cause
plenty
it would
of
be too
blows to be
similar.
exchanged at the edges of the
Oh
screen.
yeah. Sure. Okay, fine. Explode.
You could also say it's a place where the fail knot really shines, and in this
Oh, yeah,
sense,
definitely.
I think it suits the Golden Deer perfectly.
And I'm guessing Raya, Raya, thingy and thingy
The
here.
last
Yeah,
area is the cathedral.
I couldn't remember the names.
Only
Flame.
with some
Well,
platforms
that's
you can
fucking
pass through.
hardly proof that you knew
The guests
who it
appearing in
was.
the
yeah.
cathedral
I know.
are
I
set
just
up
forgot.
Flame
I forgot the
and
names for a second.
I
Their
also
setup
believe that this
appears to have an
person, that
extremely
person, and
strong
another
bond with his
person will
sister,
be
Flame.
here.
She seems to be under the
No,
protection
look
of
at
him and
look
Rhea,
at
who you
Raya.
can see
Raya
fighting
is
during the
thick. I'm
opening
not
of
gonna
the
lie.
Fire Emblem
Look at her.
cutscenes.
Well, she's, you know,
All three have character
menstruating.
quirks related to their
What?
Has to do about it, to be honest. Sorry,
Yeah, the
I'm
whole
sorry.
director's been
I
Byleth so
feel
far.
that
Flame's
Flame
like.
might be saying shush at this point, so I'll leave it at that.
2.5 minutes.
This is a simple area of the stage. All it has are these
Okay.
platforms. Being the last area, it may be a place where some intense battles will be waged.
Alright, I like the lighting in the
It'll
stage.
cycle
Is
Oh,
through
really
each
nice.
shit.
location in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay. This will be interesting to watch.
Let's see Byleth in action.
Okay, today we'll have a
Squasher.
tag team battle in Squad
Okay.
Strike with the DLC teams pitted against Fire Emblem protagonists from
Alright.
throughout the ages. That'll give us precisely 5 players per side. Alright, here we go, Joker.
What's happening?
Joker!
He's
Fight! He just killed himself as Joker.
Hero!
Yeah,
Just
I
kill himself.
figured that, to be honest, yeah.
Gee, we really made a lot, huh? Banjo!
Everyone in the chat was also
By
like,
now,
what the
I
fuck?
think you know what I'm
We were
doing.
like, oh, okay, fair enough.
But basically, I'm trying to defeat all 5 opponents with just
Okay,
the
they got
professor.
items on as well.
Oh, no.
But as expected, it's going to be a pretty tough battle, so I'm using anything I can get my hands on.
Oh my god.
It's not going to
This
land
is-
that easily. Uh-oh. this
I'll
is
laugh if just
bad.
Robin beats him.
Yeah.
Venegas.
Just loses to the first one.
Yo,
I
Sakurai,
better
he's
keep my
on it. What do you think
distance.
the difficulty for these are?
Maybe that'd be. Imagine if they're like the
This
lowest
chance to attack.
difficulty.
Got him. That's scary. He's invincible. for
Imagine
no
like something
fear.
he's not pleased with, like in terms of mechanics. Like, hold on.
Lots of
We're not having
explosives.
this in the game.
Ouch. Perfect shield at that, huh?
Oh,
Good one.
he's just arrow spamming. I love it.
If I do this, or like so. No anti-air, huh? There. The soccer ball connected.
Go.
Oh, it's a Metroid
Good.
chan.
There's Mom.
There's Mom. Just the way he
You're in a
said
good
that.
spot, Mom.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh hi, mom.
I shouldn't have taken that. Gardevoir. Well, I guess no one uses projectiles. At this point, it doesn't matter if Gardevoir's there or not.
Oh.
I
Yeah,
feel
just
like the
watching
enemy might
how
get this smash.
Byleth works.
See? They got it.
I like his movesets and stuff.
But I mustn't
Yeah.
give up.
Oh, damn.
I can't waste the chance. There's another smash ball. Yes,
Sakurai,
got it.
come on,
Oh, that
come
was
on.
cool the way they got that.
Now, what are you charging up for?
Eruption Heaven does look
There's
cool
still
though.
more. Whack.
Whack.
Go on,
Sakurai's
you can
just
take the
too
hammer.
good, man. They were all
But it's
level
mine.
9s.
Although
He's
I'm
such a
scared
troll.
I might get hit with a counter in this state. I
There
hit
you
him.
go.
And here's
If he
Reggie,
died to the counter,
Mega
that would have
Man.
been amazing.
I was trying to fight using Byleth's abilities alone, but what matters is that I won. Good game.
He's just like, oh, that's fine.
Sun Collection.
It can be fun to play like this, especially in tag team, so I think it's a good idea to try imposing different types of challenges on yourself. The end.
I think we're gonna get another character. We don't. Songs. Please tell me you've added some songs from other games.
About
I
the
need.
additional music.
I need Twilight of the Gods. I need Path of
Since
the
it's
Hero
from the
King.
Fire Emblem series, we'll be adding each of the new tracks to all the Fire Emblem
I'm not gonna
stages.
say anything.
There are
I
already
need-
a lot of Fire Emblem tracks in the game.
I need
The selection this time has
this
been
one.
made taking those existing tracks into consideration.
Chain
11
for Heaven.
songs are being added.
No, we don't have God
This
Shattering
includes an
Star.
arrangement of the main
Yo, do you
theme
know what
in
you'll
both
be
Japanese
pleased with,
and
Bob?
English.
I'll see in a minute.
I hope you'll enjoy these as well.
Okay,
I wanted
after
God-
songs is your favorite part.
We're also adding in a new spirit.
Spirits.
Yeah.
It
Hilda!
includes the house
Hilda!
leaders among some of the other popular characters.
I'm so happy. Why is Hilda a novice? Hilda's amazing.
Sothis is legend class. Also,
Yeah, I
there's
really
a
wanted
new
God
classic
Shattering
mode,
Star.
a heroic legacy, which is designed to
It's
let you
basically
enjoy
urging you to
classic
play the
Fire Emblem
story
stages
mode,
from throughout the series history.
There's a song called God Shattering Star, which I
Oh,
really
wait,
wanted.
The final battle is against Master Hand and
There's
Crazy Hand, but
your
you'll find that
favorite
something
part's
pretty
coming up.
amusing happens, so look forward to that.
Don't tell me shit like that. Just let me get to it.
Now for the Mii Fighter costumes.
Me
Please
fuck.
take a look.
Please, Hilda. Please. I'm begging you. I just want Hilda. Hilda's a me costume.
I can't believe how tiny is in the game.
Alright, it's gonna. Let's see.
That's interesting.
Wait! Excuse me! Wait, you just said who it was. I didn't realize who you meant, but gee, god damn it.
Okay, this is interesting.
Don't tell me the characters. Rabbits? That looks so stupid.
We've also imagine they just bring Sans back even though he's already in. There's
Use
another
just
version.
Sans again. And Sans too. Ex-Gunner. Oh, okay. I didn't even realize that was a new costume. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh! What's this?
Don't tell. I'm on Battle Network.
Oh, okay, cool.
Cuphead?
Yeah!
Oh shit, that's really cool.
I know, I like that. I prefer that over Sans.
That's a really cool costume, actually.
I know.
Includes a music track too. That's a really good costume, though. It literally looks like it's
know.
him.
It's good, Bob. It's good. They've got some some cool costumes.
They do. I like the
I'm
Cuphead one.
Waluigi. They just cut it out. I'm Waluigi.
It's cool because he fires it with his fingers as well, like in the game.
Oh shit. The price is only like 50.
I'm gonna get the Cuphead costume for sure.
Yeah, I might get it as well, to be honest. Ooh.
Alright, we got 1 minute left. I think we're gonna get a new character.
This time, we're releasing a Cuphead costume.
You what?
I think we're gonna get another character, but I don't know.
And for
Don't
those
tell
of
me
you
if
who
nothing's
purchased the
left or
Cuphead
anything.
costume, an
Just don't say
additional song
anything.
will be added. It's called Floral Fury, and it's the theme that plays when fighting Cagney Carnation.
Alright.
I hope you enjoy these as well. After purchasing a costume, I recommend using the sharing feature. If someone has created a Mii fighter, you can play using the costume
Ooh.
it's wearing immediately after you download it.
That's cool.
And now, onto the amiibo.
Oh, look at the amiibos.
The color palette for Dark Samus looks pretty good, doesn't it? Dark Samus and Richter are planned for release on Friday, January 17th.
That's tomorrow. Okay.
How many DLC characters have they added in?
And now,
Is this
with the
the
addition of
first-
Byleth,
was
the
Joker
Fighter's
first
Pass
one?
is finally complete.
Joker was the Piranha
Lineup
Plant was
is
technically the
Joker,
first one.
Hero, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry Bogard, and Byleth.
Byleth was such like an anticlimactic end, I'm not gonna lie.
From more than 70 fighters, only 5 have been added. But I must say, this game has always been an exceptional experience. And since the roster was already so large to begin with, right from the start, we intended to make the most out of the new gameplay mechanics and so on.
What's kind of annoying
There
is
really were a
when
lot
we
of
do
new
play
mechanics,
Smash,
weren't there?
we don't
When we
play
add a new
enough of
fighter,
the just
we don't
default
simply make their
battle-
attacks or
battle
their movements a
stages,
little
we just do
different.
it like Battlefield
Instead,
style.
we try to offer you a whole
Yeah.
new style of play.
So I don't get to enjoy this thing.
I get you. Hey, Byleth just died.
As I stated, we'll
Ooh.
continue to release more DLC fighters down the line. I had
Okay.
thought that 1 or 2 might suffice, but, well, have a look.
Wait, he's just said have a look. What's he doing? Is he showing us? Is he saying a number at least? 5! 6? 6?
Looks like there will be one more fighter than last time.
I...
For this reason, we will be releasing the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass Volume 2. It will be available
December-
for pre-purchase on the date shown, so please keep an eye out.
All challenges will be released by
And now
December
that it's official, we
2021.
intend to move ahead with development. Of course, like last time, the contents will remain unknown for now, and I'm personally
no.
very sorry that we have to release Fighters Pass Volume 2 when the details have yet to be revealed. Like last time, I'd be very grateful if, despite that, you would understand why and purchase it.
I will.
Furthermore, the new additions have already been decided.
Okay.
Even if I receive many requests regarding potential candidates on Twitter, I'm afraid it would be very hard to consider them. But I
Wait,
still hope
what?
you'll look forward to it. We're also including a bonus with Fighters Pass Volume 2. Last
Bonus?
time, it was a Rex costume. But this time, here's what we have.
Okay, it was Rex last time. Oh, it's a Link costume. That's cool.
It's a
think
Mii
it's
Fighter
pre-purchased
costume
though,
for
isn't it?
Mii Sword Fighter,
Oh.
the ancient soldier gear from The Legend of Zelda.
I really don't want a new Gen 8 Pokemon rep. I'm not gonna lie. I don't
This
want
will
that.
not be for
Wait.
sale individually, so it can only be acquired as part of Fighters Pass Volume 2.
Okay. Lastly,
It's been reported that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the highest selling fighting game in the world. Personally, I don't know if it counts as simply a fighting game, but I guess it's seen as a fighting game around the world.
he doesn't even know he makes
Seems
the
like
game.
Street Fighter 2 was in the lead for a while, but now Super Smash Bros. Ultimate has surpassed it in total sales. However, I'm not sure if this is accurate. There were 5 versions of Street Fighter 2, or 6 to 7 if we really want to get into the weeds. Plus, there's the arcade versions and the 25 ports to other systems, so I don't know if that's been accounted for. Also, I don't know if that really qualifies as one game. It's up for discussion. So, who knows? But when it comes to a single piece of software, it seems like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is #1. Although, I still don't know if it can really be called just a fighting game. I feel like it's become more than a fighting game, some sort of celebration of gaming or something else entirely. Also, I feel a deep attachment to the 5 DLC fighters. The first Fighters Pass just wrapped up, but it was decided that there will be more DLC. Which means, no breaks for me.
Oh no, no
I plan
breaks
to
for
keep working
Sakura.
hard, so I hope you can continue to support us.
That's alright. That's alright.
That's it. Thank you.
That is all.